right, Duncan, hi Day. Thanks for joining me. It's been wonderful to work with you both and the entire team at Allen-Stevenson on this really important technology search. Looking
Good to
forward to
see you.
getting, thank you. Looking forward to spending a few minutes here just getting to know you and your priorities for the role. And so, on that note, just tell me a little bit about your backgrounds and what brought you to the school. Duncan, you just arrived a couple years ago, so why don't you kick us off there?
Sure, thanks. Well, I have spent my life in independent schools. Right out of UC Berkeley, I started working at the high school I went to. That led into coaching and teaching jobs, and then led me to the Dalton School in New York City, where I was dean of students. Then that led me into overseeing a campus in Berkeley, and then eventually becoming a head of school in San Mateo, California. My whole life I've been bi-coastal. My wife is from New York, and I have two daughters. And after a very successful headship in California, which was really humbling and grateful to have found such a great school to be a part of, I found another one. And this is a job that doesn't come up very often. My predecessor was here for 32 years. It's just a lot of work to do and a lot of great people to do it with. So I was very excited about the tradition, the resources that the school has. I was looking for a place that I could contribute to, but also grow from. So I'm surrounded by a lot of really talented people, and I feel like I've been able to make some contributions, but also I really am getting stretched every day.
That's wonderful. Well, I have met a lot of those outstanding people, and one of them is on this session right here. Hi, Day. You've been there a decade, but thinking back to what you were doing prior and what brought you to Allen-Stevenson?
So it's funny. Thank you, Gabe. I joke around and I say I'm kind of like the accidental independent school CFO because I had a very different path. I started my career in advertising and media, spent some time at a business incubator. And then after I had my second child, I was kind of looking to take a little bit of a step back and have some work-life balance. And that's when I was introduced to the world of independent schools. But quickly my career accelerated in independent schools, and so I have not looked back. I have been in this business ever since, and I love it. What attracted me to Allen-Stevenson, and what has kept me here at Allen-Stevenson, is really the people within these walls. It's an incredible group of professionals who genuinely care about one another, and it's really just a great place to work.
That's wonderful. And you foreshadowed my second question, talking about the school and what it is like and what's going on right now. It's at a wonderful moment of its history. So just give us a little window. Maybe Day, you start, and Duncan, you can hop in then about what the culture is like, what it is like to work there, and a snapshot of what's happening right now in the school's great history.
Well, I think it's a really exciting time at Allen-Stevenson, and I think Duncan's arrival last year, has a lot to do with that. Also, a lot of changes, and I think a lot of focus on technology. We had kind of started in that direction with COVID, obviously accelerated that, but we had been a one-to-one school kind of on the earlier side, and have always been a little bit forward thinking when it comes to technology. But we seem to have hyperspaced lately, and we're going in that direction. Did that answer your question? I don't know.
No, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a great answer. And maybe Duncan talk about the vision in that direction, and how, particularly on the impact of the program and the students, and where you see the school headed.
Well, it's good timing to ask that question because we just had a state of the school earlier in January, and we highlighted our new strategic plan, AS 2030. And I think candidates will get a chance to delve into that. And when they come to campus, certainly we'll talk a lot about it. But one of the things that we have in our cornerstones is technological literacy. And we're looking at the use and consequence of AI, VR, AR, et cetera. And our singular focus from summer and through next year will be on AI, on its use and consequences. And we have leading the charge Sarah Kressberg, who's really overseeing the vision of the library and our tech commons space. Additionally, we have a lot of fun. Heide and I get along really well. Heide's speared this sort of workplace wellness efforts. We were playing pickleball not too long ago. It really is a great place to work. Our parents are very supportive. Compared to a lot of New York schools, our parent community is really pretty mellow and dialed in. They love being in our building. And we have a board it's very, very knowledgeable and supportive and caring about the school. So I think in all ways, this is an exciting time to come into Allen-Stevenson.
That's terrific. Well, and talking about coming in, you all are looking for a great technology leader to pick up the baton as your current director steps away after a great tenure of 2 decades. And you mentioned Sarah, Duncan. We know, and we called out in the document, and for those that have already read it, she is going to be a parallel or a peer director to this role, and she's leading that instructional tech vision. And this role is going to focus primarily on ITIS, but of course, those two meet in the middle when it comes to strategy and all the impact on the program. So just want to hear from both of you a little bit about what you're looking for in a partner, and sort of what your hopes are for that role. And you've already both touched on technology, but maybe just expound a bit more about why that's important and what you hope the next person can bring to the table.
Heide, you want to go first?
Sure. So I think, I am, as you said, Gabe, I am looking for somebody to partner with on thinking about technology from a network standpoint and an operational standpoint. I certainly will work very closely with regard to budgets and capital planning and all of the stuff that comes with that. Keeping our network up to date and making sure that we have what we need to support the growing technology at the school is really important. And we have been investing, and I see that we will, I feel that we'll continue to do that as it continues to be more and more important in what we do here to deliver our program. As the senior risk manager of the school, cybersecurity has really been at the forefront of a lot of the work we do, both in the technology department as well as at the board level. The board is hyper-focused on that. And so I'm really looking for somebody who can manage that on a day-to-day basis and do that reporting and work closely with me on that.
Super. Duncan, what would you add? And what do you hope?
I would add that we are looking for somebody, I think, who will be a really good sort of systems administrator, who will really be able to collaborate well with other team members. We are, somewhat of a horizontal group around here. Sarah is a terrific partner. She's very well regarded around here, and we have some, new hires in the department and some experience there as well. So it's a nice blend of on the team right now. Also, I'd say when Heide's mentioning cybersecurity, we're also looking at hardware and infrastructure, and we'd love somebody who has either experience or thoughts about educational hardware use and also ability to try and stay on the cutting edge of technology. Now we actually think that a pencil is technology in a way, right? So it's not just all about boxes and wires. We want to be very, very thoughtful about its application. But we are also trying to make sure that our tech team has high profile in the school and that they really are good partners with the educational side.
And I love the fact that the tech team is physically or geographically right there in the library tech commons, so that to your point, they are present, and it is that partnership, if you will. Maybe just in closing, Duncan, you sort of talked a little bit about the all boys New York City school vibe and how it's a great place and parents love to be there. For somebody who's never been in an all boys Upper East Side New York City school, for either or both of you, just a little vignette or something that makes Allen-Stevenson special, or just what sets you apart, or just talks a nice little story that just shows this is who we are. And I love the pickleball story. I can just imagine that. But I want to, any other visuals or vignettes that would help somebody see the full 360 of Allen-Stevenson.
Sure. I think for those people who are in school, or even if you haven't been in school, this is a great place to be because of the community aspects. This is a community that really likes drop off. They're right in front of the school on 78th between Park and Lex. There's always a gathering, even in cold weather. And inside the building, we're all here for the boys. We said it's never been a more important time to educate boys well. And we look to stretch the boys as opposed to stress them, and to really get them prepared for their next grade level and their next schools. And we do so with a blend of, pedagogical approaches, and also, for instance, our 8th graders all learn to code. They all take an improv class, and they all get an ethics class taught by me. And I just was sitting with 5 8th graders at lunch. I was sitting at a table by myself. They came in and sat down with me, and they wanted to talk about ethical dilemmas on the Supreme Court, why the Supreme Court doesn't have to follow their own code of ethics. And anyway, so really engaging. The school doesn't take itself too seriously as well. We do like to have a lot of fun around here, but at the same time, you are working with some boys and some families who live real lives of consequence and purpose, serving others and really bettering society. So it's a very stimulating place.
That's outstanding. Heidi, just in terms of that stimulating place, you've been there a decade. Something's definitely clicked with you. It's kept you there. Just a little something, or kind of, what has ultimately made this the great match for you for such a long time?
Well, I mean, I think, like I said before, I think the people really have kept me here. It really is a great group of people that do care about one another and enjoy each other's company. I mean, the pickleball thing really ended up happening organically. We had a game night. We've also done some other fun things with karaoke. We've had trivia. We do a lot of fun things as a community of teachers and learners.
They made me sing at karaoke last year.
We yes. But in terms of the boys, I mean, last year I had an opportunity to go to Costa Rica on the service trip that the boys go on, and that was really wonderful because I don't get a lot of interaction on a day-to-day basis with the boys, and that gave me an opportunity to connect with them in a way that I hadn't before. On my desk right now, I have a proposal for enhanced snacks from a group of boys that are passionate about the food service here and want some special snacks. So I love when the students engage me in different things. I don't get it that often, but it's really nice. It's really, they're really special and wonderful boys. Not all of them all the time, but
Boys will be boys, of course.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate both of you taking some time here today to talk about this important role and this great opportunity and the snapshot of the school right now. So thank you very much, and looking forward to working with you on the rest of the search.
Thanks.
Always good to see you, Gabe. Thank you.
Great.
Bye.